Studio sessions, we just start the day. OGGO grown and lifestyle play. Pull up and chill, let the world fade away. Coffee or tea, come in, come stay.
Oh, I'm muted. What the what? I'm muted.
I'm not. I'm not muted.
How can you hear me? Wait, it's muted.
Yeah, I can hear you.
That was weird. I was saying I was muted on this side. There we go. We're good to go. Hey, there we go. There we go. Another 12-ton of mulch to spread, says Billy Nihilus. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Hey, everybody. Singro. Cheers. Donkey Buds. What up, Jeff? Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Whew. How's every little thing?
Man, that little pre-show dab. Man, that's the bad
there
part
we go.
About you and I getting together, man. It's just like shit. Yeah, just start. Yeah, so sorry.
Off to a solid start as per usual. It's damn good to have you here with me this morning. It wasn't impromptu. I mean, it's Thursday, so we usually do a show on our Thursdays here. But with yesterday being my birthday, and you were busy last night, and we weren't sure if we were going to do one this morning, and you were like, "Nope, we're fucking going."
Gotta go. You gotta stay on that horse.
I love it. Ali's smiling. Any horse references are greatly appreciated.
Yep, and see, that's why. That's. I mean, they always say it, and I thought, well, that's a perfect saying because that's what she would tell you.
That's exactly what she would tell me.
Get on
420 THC's in the house. Salute, sir. Welcome to the show. Yes, horses do rock. Dude, did you realize what month we're already in here? We're flying along.
Yeah. I noticed it every time I go out to the greenhouse and I look at my one big plant, and then like all the rest of them that are like, yeah, we don't like it out here. So yeah, I definitely know it's June.
How's everything? How's everything looking in the greenhouse? Everything is it adjusting now, or is it sunburnt, or is it what happened?
Yeah, I'm still figuring that out. I think it's a little hot.
Yeah.
Last year it wasn't as hot, and last year at the beginning of the season, I did have a second layer of shade cloth in there, so I'm thinking about going back in there, stretching some out just until later in the season when the sun moves, and then I'll pull it down. Because right now the sun is coming in at like this angle. So
yeah. No, it's I was actually thinking that in a garden center the other day, like I actually wasn't hanging out with my wife that day. I was out hanging out with my mom and pop that day. We went to a garden center, and we were just walking along underneath the shade of not trellises, but the shade, like the shade
right
put out. And I gotta say, like, we walked into it and it was so refreshing because it was so dang sunny still, but the intensity had just fizzled out, so to speak. And I was just like, wow, if I had put up a greenhouse, I got to make sure I do something. I got to do something like this. So.
Yeah. Because we use 30% white, but I'm gonna have to string some more through there, I think, this afternoon.
Yeah. So you don't have any shade cloth up there this year?
Oh no, I've got it up on the outside, but what I'll do is I'll just run it through the middle if I can, because I move my fans around, run it through the middle, and then later in the year, when we get to when everything's flowering and everything's getting bigger, I'll pull that out because the sun will be higher, and that'll allow it to get to the back plants more, because right now the sun is lower, so it comes right through. Everybody gets plenty of sun.
No, that was a really cool little tour. I got a very brief glimpse of the greenhouses last night. I was loving that. I thought that was really cool looking, just to get a little inside glimpse there and see how you do it at your place. And it's funny too, because when we're you and I talk like we've grown up together and know each other and stuff, but I've still never even got a chance to make it out to your place there or you to
Wow.
come up here. And I think it's funny to see, how you live. And I'm like, whoa, that's totally not how I live, but it's super cool, right? Like you've got a totally different climate. You're up way fucking higher than I'm, so
Yeah.
your altitude's different. Just it's neat. It's just neat. It just got me thinking last night while you were walking around with me, watching the sunset and chatting and having a little laugh about everything. Right? It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh man,
And
it
I
was
think
good.
that's something I'm still learning, even though we've been here for 10 years, and it's something that if you're growing at home, no matter if you're growing what's behind me or um, any kind of uh, plants, for your garden, any kind of food, you got to learn your environment. I mean, I can sit here and tell you, here's how I do it, but I sit here. We have no humidity until late in the year when it decides it wants to rain every day. Then it's unbearable. But we have no humidity. It's sunny 320 days a year or something crazy like that. And we're sitting at 7,300 feet. So if I get stuff dialed in here, I move down the mountain, it's not going to be
Yeah.
dialed in anymore. So you just got to figure out your area.
Well, that's a lot of stuff to placate too. Isn't it fascinating how Mother Nature just decided one day that she was gonna put it all together? Like,
Right.
just not only is Andrew in Ontario gonna be able to grow these, but Jeff in Arizona up 7,000 feet, like, in an arid climate, he's gonna be able to grow them too. So it's like
Yep.
it's abs. Yo, what's going on, Skunk Ape? Cheers, cheers, seeing everybody out in the audience there, Doc Levy. But yeah, Donkey Buds, everybody, cheers, cheers. Uh, you know. Like you start to think about it, you're like, wow, it's weird that you could send me some beans that you did, and then I can pop them, and we can grow yours over here, we can grow mine over there, and
Yep.
you know what I mean? Just mixing it all up. Miss, free that plant. What's going on? Cheers! It's damn good to have you here. Big salute. Oh yeah, yes, yes. Thank you. All right. Yeah, 420 sending all kinds of positivity. I really appreciate that as well.
Oh
Thank you
yeah.
there, 420 THCA. That's awesome. That's awesome. How's everybody out in the audience doing there, too? Nature gives us great lessons in resilience and adaptability.
Oh, there you go.
Word.
There you go.
Guess what? Guess what wise woman said those fantastic words?
I know
Gotta
which
give
one
credit where
just said
credit's
them.
due.
Yeah, I know which one just said them. So
Ah, there you go. There you go. So no, today. I mean, we're already well into June here now, and I got talking this morning. Of course, you and I were thinking about the episode today and whether we were even gonna do one. And then I said, hey, it's Men's Mental Health Month. Let's
oh
go. We owe it. We owe
yeah.
it to all the
Yep.
men out there having a little bit of strange time or a questionable time or whatever it is. It's Men's Mental Health Month. So hey, I got a question to everybody out there in the audience. How's your mental health, bud? Like that's
I
a
t-
that's
my
a great question.
mine's pretty good. I took my medicine today, so
Yay!
mine's pretty good today.
Around. No, that's
No, it's an important subject. I mean, I kind of joke on it, but I mean, I got my own issues from military service and stuff, but um baby dad, and I just want to mention it real quick because I see baby dad out in the
hell yeah.
uh he's like myself, he's a disabled veteran, and he preaches it on his show, and it's something to really be cognitive of for yourself, because a lot of people, it's stigmatized, I guess I would say, and there should be,
Well,
you
for the
if
big
you
tough
think you have
men,
a
we're not
problem,
allowed to have. Yeah,
right,
yeah,
you need
we're not
to
allowed to
you
have
need to get it taken
problems.
care
Oh,
of. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's Thurgood this morning. Cheers. Good to see you, buddy boy. Yeah, thank you, baby dad Grows. I see you out there. Lori just hopped in. Cheers. Cheers. But no, it is a weird thing because as much as we get a month to sit here and address it, I don't know how many people actually do address it. I don't know if it gets chatted about enough. I don't know. There's Big Nug. Big Nug,
Big no.
let's have some options for the game right away. Let's get into the game. Let's not mess around. We're still on mental health here, but like hey, one of the things that we can do for our mental health is interact with each other in a positive, kind manner, and actually just have a good time with our comrades here in life. For instance, what you and I are doing right here, right now,
Right.
rather than getting right into it and having a big bicker fest. Let's talk about things that we can act on and make us happy, and actually try and increase health in each other's lives and for ourselves. You know, what a weird concept.
And you know, that's that's another thing you kind of touched on there. Make ourselves happy and improving health. Because I think if you're a sad sack and you're ticked off at the world all the time, you could see those guys because they got the ugly face and they're always and I don't think they live that long. So
Well,
I think you need to be happy and
isn't it weird how like our brains, so there is no reality without consciousness, right? And there is no consciousness without this reality, so to speak, right? It's all one big strange part of the built-in simulation that we're all going through here, if you want to call it
right,
that. But it's far from a simulation when things are feeling bad. You know what I mean? It always feels like a when you're just going through your day to day. But if things are good or if things are very bad, none of it feels simulated. It feels very, very real. It feels trapping. It feels, inescapable. And, we can joke around about living in a simulation all we want, but straight up, it's our minds that dictate what's actually happening out in the world around us, which is a strange concept because perception shifts day to day and it erodes and it builds, right? And these are things that like we have to consider in our everyday activities. Just you realize, are the thoughts that I'm thinking even positive? Am I spreading love or am I spreading hate? Am
right,
I
right.
relaxing or am I tense, right? Like these are all things that we have to go through our days considering, and especially for our own mental health, I would say it's imperative that we go day to day analyzing these sorts of questions because it's pretty easy to get into a rut, wouldn't you say?
Oh, um, yeah, and that's where the mental health thing really comes in because sometimes, and that's what I love about this community, and one of the things that helps me being lucky enough to be part of this community, being part of your Discord, going over there and hanging out with everybody there and stuff is um, positive is hard. Okay, negative, that's easy,
Yeah.
and so it's easy to just get in that rut.
Yep.
But if you've got people to lean on and talk to and go to and watch, like Chris Guerrero's show, you could go there and watch that, and there are days like I'll go up on it and then I'll have to blank myself out because I am laughing so hard because it's a great community. So yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I
Absolutely.
kind
Yeah.
of
It's
rambled
it's
there.
well, it's an interesting thought too. I mean, like I said, with the I feel like the natural state of this world we live in is a little bit chaotic. I mean, nature tends to have its own natural, but it is in fact a natural order, right? And so that means that things are constantly trying to hunt things and consume things, and everything's eating everything. And humans come in here, and we're kind of like we see all that, but we also get to comprehend it, right? And so like the natural order of planet is not really the way that the natural order of our minds work. And it's kind of an interesting thing to brush your mind up against planet Earth and watch all the chaos. And like you just said, that rut is very, very easy to fall into. But
Yep.
then, I mean, like, isn't that the same for like like your physical fitness, or like even like the
Oh yeah.
keeping your house in order? You know what I mean? Like, there are things. What's up, Big Germ, top dog? Good to see you. You know what I mean? Like, if
Big
your
germ.
house is constantly dirty and the food that you eat is not good, and you don't go and exercise, and all you do is talk shit online all day with people, like, you're gonna find yourself in a strange
Right. And
layer of perception very, very quickly.
and to touch on something you're mentioning there, um, oh shit, now I lost it.
That's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Because
I'll
there's,
think of it. I'll think of it again, because
oh, I'll be right back
yeah,
to you
because
in
it
a
was
minute.
yeah, because you hit on a perfect point. And then I got sidetracked by
Ah,
a
I
glance
hit too
at the.
many perfect points. That's what it was. Oh, there you go. Rick saying he's down some weight there. Yeah, my weight's been fluctuating like
Oh,
absolutely
congratulations!
crazy. I'll be the first one to say I enjoy my food.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
that's
now
another
I
thing to
remember
keep
what I
in
was
order
gonna
too.
say.
What's
I
up?
got it now.
Got
Okay,
it.
you know how a lot of people, they'll go to the gym, they'll work out, they'll pump, they'll be all, so they take care of that, and maybe they'll eat right and stuff, but they don't take care of their mental health. That's the point I was going to
Oh,
get at. You need to hit every aspect, mental health, um, your exercise. You got to get some exercise every day. I mean, Wendy made me walk yesterday. Whew, that was a long ways. But
feels good,
you
doesn't
got
it?
to do it.
You gotta do
Yeah,
it.
and then I sleep really good.
Oh man,
Yeah.
there's been. I mean, yeah, I was actually just gonna ask you. I mean, you've been through a lot in your life. What's some of the best advice you give to a guy like me? What could you say to the younger crowd, um, to let us get some info on our mental health from a guy like you? I mean, shit, you've literally fought in wars and stuff. Like, that's mental fortitude 101. I mean, I could learn a lot from you, man. And that's the part of the reason why we do these shows is you a little bit older than me, but most certainly you and
Oh,
I,
yeah.
we have a
Yeah.
lot in
Quite a bit.
common. But I love learning from those who came
Well,
before me. I mean, you've done
I,
things that I hopefully will never have to do. So if you can teach me anything that you've learned along the way, or anybody out in the audience, we're here for it.
I think you just have to look at, you know, you need to, accept the fact that, okay, I can't change this, but then, you have the courage to, but I can change this over here, so I'm going to do it. And then you just got to be, have the wisdom. I can go down you just got to have the wisdom to recognize
No,
the two. I
which one's
can't
which?
change this.
I,
And, and our problem is, here's stuff that I can change and I can work on, but I don't.
yeah.
I always fixate on stuff that I can't. That's our problem. We always fixate on stuff we can't change. So my advice would be, get off of the stuff you can't change or you got no control over. Wendy calls it buying trouble. Why do you want to buy trouble? So so then move on to the stuff that you can change, and those challenges, they'll direct you into the bright side of your brain. You won't be stuck over here in the dark, um,
Well, man,
sad
that's
side. You'll be over
okay.
here.
Damn, you've made some interesting points yourself here, bro. Just shifting from one side of your brain to the other for sure. And I mean, I'm not saying right to left, but rut to
No,
not
dark
rut.
to light, rut to no rut. Yeah.
Right? Like rut to no rut is what we're trying to get to. And no, that's an interesting point because we started, you're buying the buying trouble comment. First of all, I was just about to say, I bet you my wife just wrote that down. Why would you want to buy trouble? I guarantee I hear that a lot over the next 365 days.
Oh,
So,
I hear it a lot. Yeah, it's
she's gonna say yeah,
I'm gonna get
she's
a
gonna say, why are
tattoo.
you trying to yeah, new tattoo. But we started doing this thing at our house called Stacking Wins, and it's a really cool concept. We heard from our Charlie there online. Stacking Wins is that's the way to rewire what's happening in the morning. So like, and if you do it first thing in the morning, that is the best part. I mean, Marcus Aurelius talked about the fact that every time you wake up in the morning, you should just rejoice for the fact that it even happened. This a little further than that. Just you put your feet on a warm floor or a cool floor, depending on which one you're after. When you got up, you went to the bathroom. When the fridge door opened, the light came on. There was food in that fridge. When like I got to have breakfast. When I saw my life, right? There's all these little things that we take for granted so often every single day, and then it often in times it comes like you only appreciate something once you've lost it, right? How many times has that happened to us? You only miss it once it's gone, and
Right.
so that's I say if you appreciate it while it's there, the universe has a funny way of delivering you more things to be thankful about. So, that's kind of been my little super trick as I go through life is to like really just value, especially in the morning, man. There's something so like beautiful and pure about a morning, right? Like you just up, it's quiet, there's relaxation in the air. You're rested. Your mind is clear. The sun's coming up. The light is hitting your eyelids. It's all good in the morning. And then, only throughout the day does it start to like fizzle out, I guess you could
Right.
say. And right? Like you never
Right.
wake up first thing in the morning like this is so effed. Like, but like if you really actually go from not being like this is so effed to being like, I won. Like I already kind of won the lottery just by waking up where I woke up today. Just the conditions that I'm surrounded by, I'm winning. And when you feel like that, I mean, it allows you to just go out into your day and have a sense of relaxation. I mean, imagine if you'd won the lottery and you were still going to work every day. You wouldn't necessarily feel so
Oh,
much stress about that work,
well,
right? Like you
no,
like,
that's that's true. And I want to stack on, pun intended, your stacking wins. Um, at the end of the day, using your stack and wins thing, what you should do is sit back and reflect on things like, you know, did I help somebody today? You know, stuff as minuscule as, did I open the door for somebody? Did I, um, just stuff like that. Did I help somebody with their YouTube channel? Did I send them a package? You know, did I say thank you to the waitress or something? Reflect on that stuff, and that puts you in a positive space too. I just think it's a good practice to, yeah. Soapbox,
absolutely.
sorry.
Well, I mean, I no, you're good. Here, you don't ever have to. Listen, when you're stacking wins, it doesn't have to stop in the morning, right? Like, and I think that's probably the point of it is like doing it first thing in the morning primes the rest of your day. You know what I mean? Like if you're really get mentally healthy, which straight up I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. My mental health has been in a little bit of decline, and as of this morning, I mean, even just talking to you and then sitting back and realizing like, oh damn, it's June, it's Men's Mental Health Month. Well, last year I did some podcasts on mental health. I'm gonna do a bunch this year because the guys need
There you
it, and
go.
not just the guys, women need it too. I mean, it's everybody's mental health that we're concerned about, and so I'm very happy to sit up here with you and just discuss life, man. I mean, we called the show Growing Pains for a reason. And if don't actually go through them, I'm not sure if we're actually growing. And that, of course, was the whole reason why this YouTube channel even started in the first place. So here we are, growing through it.
And you know what? There are growing pain. We all have growing pains, and we're all growing old. So there you have it. You know,
Pretty much,
Oof.
it's almost like you and I thought about our titles for our
There it
shows
is.
like a
Yep.
lot. Because your quote is we're all just growing old, right? That's your
We're all just
tagline.
growing old. Yeah.
We're all
Yep.
just growing old, and mine's growing pains. Everybody's got them. And,
Yep.
and so like there you go, two things that are like universally accepted. We're all growing old and we've all got growing pains.
Yeah. Yep.
So there, you and me sitting here, it's like two sides of the same coin. Fucking oh, I love it, man. Love it. Sometimes I feel like I get to just talk to an older version of myself for real. So
Well,
um
and I could be. This could be
it's
I could be from an alternate reality, or we're in a
hey,
time
man,
warp, or
if we're
however that
going
works.
down that rabbit hole, holy fuck, here we go.
That's a big rabbit hole. It's a
Hey,
big wormhole, is what it is.
We're all actually the same universe experiencing itself in an infinitesimal fashion. So you know what I mean? Like realizing that you're the universe and the universe is you, and therefore the universe is everyone else beside you, and you're all just the exact same thing, living out the exact same experience in a different time space and that's you
Right.
know what I'm like. We all take the human condition and we apply it to our mental style, our immediate environment, our family members, the timeline in which we were placed, right? Like these are all things that were far beyond our control, yet we still have to reconcile with on a day-to-day basis. It's a very, very interesting thing. And when I think about life like that, it tends to lend me a lot of compassion for everyone else in the world because I know my mental health isn't great, but I'm very blessed. I've got a family who loves me. I have food in the fridge. I've got work to do. And so I'm lucky, right? And when I see people that are not having a good time in their mind, I often wonder if the mind and the reality are kind of they're not jiving together or something, or they're having a tough time making what they want to have happen in their mind happen in the world, and it gets them frustrated and it bogs them down. And so I get compassion for people because I'm like, I've been you. I've been trying to figure things out. I've been trying to work through my strife. I've been trying to find my way through some problem that I can't find my way through. And so if I see people in that state, I just remember like, hey man, I've been there. Right? Like that could, and not only that, I could be there again. You know,
What
like
what you need, um, and you're lucky because you need a partner. You need
you do.
somebody, at least somebody that you can talk to, and everything. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things, because I'll admit I spent 10 days in the hospital, and one of the things that I learned there is you need to take you need to start kind of putting yourself, because most of us put everybody first and ourselves last. You need to start moving yourself up the list a little bit, at least. If you don't want to go all the way to the front, you need to at least come up a little bit and take care of yourself. And then I learned that oh shit. Damn
No,
it.
I was just you made me chuckle when you said that because my dad, being the dad that he was, is still to this day. He always it was funny to watch. I think now and I'm sitting maybe sitting in the seat that he once sat in. He always joked around about what you just said, instead of being at the bottom of the list, but not necessarily putting himself to the top of the list either. He
Right.
always joked around, and I don't think it was necessarily joking. It was his little way of reminding us that he placed himself at our feet, right? And that it's a
Yeah.
very humbling thing to think back and realize that my dad always put me, my brother, my sister, and my mom ahead of him. But he, you know what I mean? Like he was number 5 on
Yep.
the list, but he knew the other 4 above him
Here,
knew
here
exactly
it's,
where they were and who they were to him, right? And he also
you know,
started joking around. The dogs also made the list, so he ended up becoming like 7 or 8, right? So
yeah, see,
it's
I was just going to say, here, it's Wendy, the kids, the dogs, and me. Yeah, I'm number 6. So,
Donkey Buds, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. You will be able to handle his standards, Jeff. I don't know if you can see that. See that comment there? I just want to touch on that with Donkey Buds. Listen, bro.
oh,
Your
yeah.
dad did everything. Your dad did everything according to the standards that he was raised in. And one thing that I've noticed from my dad's era to mine, dude, is that even if you're not up to his standards, you're going to have to be up to your own because your standards are totally different than his. And
Right.
the not only that, but your chunk of space time won't allow you to be the way he was. Like if I could be my dad's version of a business owner, it wouldn't work in this day and age. There's, he didn't have social media. He didn't have government regulation. There was a lot of things that weren't there when he was coming up that he just, he was able to use the rules and the time placement of his life accordingly. There was nothing wrong with that. He had to do as a man. And if I tried to measure up to those standards nowadays, Donkey Buds, I'm freaking dead in the water. He didn't ever have to go on a live stream. I don't even know if he could. Big Nug, we got to hear that answer. We had a bunch of people. We had a bunch of people guessing. So let's take a quick lighten our heartbreak and talk to Big Nug here about what he got going. Big Dog, I know the answer. Jeff, if you wouldn't mind giving us a guess.
I'm going Mini X.
He's going
I'm
Mini
going Mini
X.
X.
I thought usually you just call me a hoe when you.
Yeah, see, I was hunting for either a track hoe or a mini hoe.
It's always a mini.
So I'm going to go with the
It's
Mini
always
X.
a mini something. I'm trying to find. He gave us the options. There were 6 options. So, guys, I don't know, Big Nug, if you've got the time to type the options in. I saw a lot of people guessed dump truck. There we go, dump truck, dump truck. I'm seeing it. Track loader. We've got dozer, excavator, dump truck, skid loader, track loader, mini X.
I'm
Damn,
going Mini
guys, that's a
X.
big list of toys. That sounds like a Tonka Wonderland.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
remember being a little kid, and they're like, play with whatever you want.
Someday he's gonna put in their F-350, and then you're gonna be like,
Yes, yeah,
headed home. Yeah,
man after my
like
own
that.
heart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kirk.
Ali. I see Kirk out there, top dog, all the way from over yonder. Cheers, big guy. I love seeing you here with us. Thank you, Donkey Buds. Yeah, and hey, what Baby Dad just said here too. It's always bad to ask for help. So Donkey Buds, I was actually just talking with one of the members of the OGGO Army, and it was interesting enough because typically people come to me for, say, grow advice and things like that. But somebody actually asked me if someday I would have a chance to talk with them for some business advice, and I thought that was really cool. I've never really necessarily had anybody see me as some sort of guy with any experience in business, but I do have a lot of it. And so, Donkey Buds, when I'm telling you that stuff, I am telling you that openly and honestly. I bought my dad's carpentry company when I was 25, and I did not. I mean, the toughest thing is to start, Donkey Bud. I can promise you. Oh, he switched up today's answer. All right, we get to guess. I want to. I'm guessing. Imagine if it was an F-350. It's like, he totally threw the curveball.
Kale.
Kale! He's fucking. Oh my gosh! Yes,
Isn't that the answer?
Yes. Is that kale? Fire? No, hopefully there's no fire. I joke.
That's tomorrow. I'm sorry.
That's tomorrow's Papa Pack Friday. Yeah. Actually, nobody knows today's answer. Okay, what do I want? Fuck. I mean, F. I'm going with big excavator. I ain't even going mini X. I'm saying big X. Whoa. What are you thinking about, Jeff? You're thinking thoughts.
Yeah, I have no guess. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, baby dad. Cheers. Cheers.
If it's not a
Um,
mini hoe or a track hoe, I can't guess.
yeah, it changed. Yeah, he was fairly certain he was in one piece of equipment for the next set amount of days. He said
Oh,
he just told us he switched. So, thank you, baby dad Grows. I appreciate the kind words.
you know what?
And
That's a good
what's
way.
up?
That's a good way for Big Nug to have you follow him and stuff, because it's like, hey, I told you I was going to be in this all week. What am I in? Yeah. Where's Waldo?
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's honestly, I'm so glad we've started this game with him because I know he's probably sitting back in the cockpit of whatever he's driving, which I don't know, and he's smiling and he's giggling and he's like, and yeah, exactly. And I hope that that's one of those things about us guys here. I've been doing a lot of just like trying to compliment the boys, telling the boys I love them. It doesn't matter who it is. Like I want people to know that they are appreciated by me
Right.
specifically, and that I feel a good way about them. You know what I mean. Whether it's just having a joke with your friends or being like, hey, we're gonna play the game. What are you driving today? Like, it just makes like everybody's got problems, right? Like we've all got problems, but doesn't it make you feel just awesome when you get into a conversation and somebody's like, Jeff, that's a really sharp hat you've got on there, or did you do something
Well,
with your facial hair, or whatever, and it makes you smile, and you're like, actually,
Jeff,
I didn't do a damn thing, and they say, well, you look fucking good anyways, and you're like,
Jeff, just,
oh, well, thank you.
Jeff, does your face hurt? It's killing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff, you look like F today. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a certain kind of play that you can have with friends as well, right? But it
Right.
is it is one of those things where every once in a while you got to stop fucking, busting ass and like just say some real shit, because I think one thing that I noticed about, say, my dad's era was that the tough talk ended up becoming the affectionate talk as well. So it was always like some gruffy off the cuff comment, but you're like, oh, that's just his way of telling me he loves me. I'm like, that's bullshit. Just cut the crap. There's a time for tough talk. We're not sitting at a card table.
Right.
There's a time for tough talk, and there's a time for shit talk. And man to man, I mean, with my son, I've practiced this a lot, man, because he's a 15-year-old. You can imagine some of the crap that flies out of his mouth. And so I'll fire it back to him. But then at the end of it all, I'm like, okay, look, stop. I'm still your dad. You're still my son. I love you. I'm going to carry on just shit talking and nattering at each other, because you'll notice too, when you do those kinds of little tough talks with friends or stuff like that, you end up taking it too far. Somebody says something that like goes too far, and then everybody gets butthurt and everybody's in a huff, and now we were apologizing, and it's just like you have to know there's a balance. Like we can tough talk for a while, and then after that, let's remember that we're all friends, we're all family, and let's get on with our day here. Because
you don't want to ruin that. You don't want to ruin that relationship by going too far and saying, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
You don't want to ruin that relationship.
Nattering at each other, like my dad. I mean, hey, just a family remembrance that we used to get into these little spats as brothers and sisters do, and then it would devolve into like, now we're like yelling. Now somebody's getting really upset, and then my dad would have to come in and he'd be like, "Look, you guys started this off in a good way. You took it too far. now everybody's upset. So he had a tendency to just nip that kind of stuff in the bud because he would be sitting in the van going to freaking Disney World or some shit, and
Yeah.
somebody says one dumb thing, and then somebody else says, and then he's just like, no, no,
Don't make me pull
no,
over.
I get it, you're upset, but we still all love each other in this van, so everybody's gonna have to get over it and shut up now. And it's like good old trad dads.
Yep. Hey, I want to double back on a point you made, and I think it ties
Let's go, baby.
into men's health, and I think men in general, because this is the way I feel. There are 3 words I never heard my father say ever in, let's see, the however long, because he's been dead for 10 years, but in 50 some odd years that I knew him, I love you. Never heard him say those 3 words ever.
Yep.
But I say that to my
Answer.
son and my kids all the time, especially my
Yeah.
son,
Yeah.
because I think that is a man issue where, that's girly to say that I love you and stuff. So, no, and my son, he says it. I don't believe I ever told my father that I loved him either. But I tell my son that all the time, and when we talk to him on the phone or we go visit, he says it to us all the time. So
Yeah.
it's one of those, and I raised him different than I was raised, because there are certain things where you just got to cut it, and it needs to end here.
Yeah.
And you need to start something new. So yeah,
Well,
I just wanted to make a point on that. So,
no, that's a great
if
point.
you're a dad, tell your son, all your kids, but especially your sons, that you love them. Let them hear it come from you. The dad.
Well, I mean, my grandfather, I never got to meet him, but he was born in the Depression, right? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, shit was rough, right? Like, I wouldn't ever want any of us out in the audience here, or you or me or our families or anybody that we know. I don't want people to have to go through that. But I feel like when people go through those types of situations in their lives, it hardens off people in probably the worst ways, right? You become very resistant to people around you. You become skeptical of your neighbors. Hey, I got it. Yes. I nailed it. Big nose.
Fucking A, man. And you know what? I always guess excavator and kale are the same thing. I always guess excavator. I always guess kale. And today I went mini X.
There you go. So, I know. Yeah, you went with the little hoe. I said big hoe.
I went with the little hoe, not the big hoe.
Go with the big hoe. Thank you, Shadow. I see you out there, man. I love you, dude. Cheers, buddy boy. Donkey Buds, I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I'm proud of you. Hey, man, I'm proud of you for being able to just step up and say, I'm gonna buy man's business. That's the first step, right? Everything gets easier after those starting steps. I promise you that, man. The hardest thing to do is just start. And it took me so many years to just start. And then I think about all the changes that happened immediately following the start of whatever it was I was doing. Like, it's literally like it's all there behind that start line. You just got to get there and go. And you will do it, Donkey Buds. You will absolutely. Cheers, man. Yeah, dude. Saying I love you to your kids, I don't think that's non-masculine. It's actually, if I may say, having had just put down 2 German shepherds, brother and sister, that came into this world together and spent 13 loving years on this earth. It was love and grief are the same feeling, right? Grief is just the end of love. Love is the beginning of grief.
That's good.
It's an interesting concept, but I think those of us who feel it deeply. I mean, I knelt down right beside my eldest German Shepherd there, and I just cried, and I wept over him as he passed away, and that's love, man. I wouldn't have been able to feel that kind of grief if I hadn't given him everything that I needed to, man. Like I loved that dog from just the second he was incepted into the world from till the second we had to say goodbye to him, and I still love him to this day. But I mean, that grief that I feel, I know that that's because I got to also experience true love. You know what I mean? Like, true
Right.
love, like unwavering, devoted, just somebody that's with me through thick and thin. Doesn't matter what the weather is, doesn't matter what the number in the account is, doesn't matter whether I'm sick, happy, healthy, lame, whatever. That guy was there for me no matter what. And yeah, I mean, even right now, you can hear my voice kind of crack and thinking about him.
Right.
But that grief, that grief makes me happy because I know I did it right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're not feeling grief at the end of the thing, then you probably never loved that person or that animal as much as you thought you did. And if it's
Right.
just an
And
earth-shattering hole in your heart, then yeah, you know you were lucky enough to experience true love. It's okay, Evie. He had a blessed life, and we honestly, I think we got extra time out of him after his father passed away. We weren't so sure that he was going to be able to carry on in the way that he did. And when we adopted a puppy from another home, it kind of breathed life into the pack. You know what I mean,
yeah,
Grove?
yeah.
It was so cool to see, like, bringing a puppy into a pack, man. Like I'm excited to meet my daughter because she's gonna breathe some life into my house. I know she is. She's gonna stir it up. She's gonna get us on our toes. She's gonna get us thinking thoughts that parents haven't thought in a while. She's gonna make us aware and just happy and concerned, and we saw all those things happen with our boy Junior. It felt like he was on his way out, and then we adopted another German Shepherd for him to hang out with. And man, he just took to it. He was like, "Ah, I'm a dad. Yeah, let me show you all the things, son." Like, it was so cool. It was so cool to watch, man. Like I said, we got some extra whole years out of him. Not just a month, not just a few months. Like
Right.
4 extra years is really what we got out of him. So when he passed, I mean, it was a long 4 years, and how happy were we to have him for that extra time though. So Evie, thank you for that. We appreciate it here. Yeah, it's been a tough couple months, and I think this how's your mental health bud episode, Jeff, has been, just getting into talking about some of this stuff and unpacking it rather than trying to surface glaze over it and just, act like it's not happening. It's been a big year. I got married, my wife got pregnant, we launched a business, we lost 2 dogs, we lost a horse, and that all happened in the last 200 days. So it's like we've been yeah, it's like
It's like hills and
we've
valleys.
been going through it.
I mean, you're on the hill, then you go into a valley, and now
Yeah.
you're climbing out of it. You'll be on another hill soon. I mean,
Absolutely.
It's that thing they call life.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the truth, man. I mean, if it was easy, I guess everyone would do it, right? So we've got to
because it's like I used to tell young soldiers, airmen, Marines. I used to tell them, doing the right thing is hard. So, but you got to do the hard thing. That's why a lot of people choose not to do the right thing because, it's hard. It's just like when we talked earlier. Let's go down the dark path because it's easy.
Oh man, that's yeah. And dude, it's funny though, we didn't even get to talk about the funny thing between your mental health and your bodily health. Like, just like you said, gosh darn it, it is so easy to get off track on all of these things, right? Like, your mental health deteriorates so much quicker than you can work it out, which sucks. It's not fair.
Right.
And same with, say, like, weight gain and weight loss, man. You can go to the gym for 4 years and you can undo that work in 4 months. Like, it's not hard. It's like,
Oh yeah, couple of lemon pies, maybe a banana cream,
bro,
some
the
cookies.
worst thing about the gym that I used to fucking go to in Stratford before I built my own here to avoid having to go anywhere to I was just like, I can't keep driving to the gym. First of all, it's costing me money just to get there. Second of all, it costs me money to be in the gym. Third thing is, I walk out of that damn gym and there's a freaking Baconator, Wendy's sitting right there in front, like just right in the
Yeah.
same parking lot. I'm like, this ain't right. Like, this ain't right. Like, come on, man. What are you doing to me?
Well, it's your choice. You can pop in there, eat something, then work
Right?
it off, or work
Well,
it off,
or but
and
it's like,
then
oh, I just worked. Look at me, I just worked out. I'm hungry.
I just
It's
worked out.
like,
I can use those calories. Yeah, okay.
let me get 4 Baconators.
How about how about if I just don't eat and then I don't have to work out at all? Hmm.
Right,
That
right.
makes
Just
that makes sense.
oh man, it's not fair though. And I mean too, so just I feel like that's probably a lesson in the sense that like, the older we get, the older we get, the harder it is to regain what's been lost through inactivity, right? Like we
Right.
all know that. The older you get, the harder it is to like kick out a workout routine and like just get into it and get after it because you've not been training all along to do that. Mind is not necessarily built for doing that, and it's tough. Your body's kind of, your body's not in necessarily its prime anymore, and you're like, damn, I really get tired after these workouts and stuff. It's um it's it's really interesting to think that that correlation there is also true in your mind, right? Like the older your mind gets, it's probably the easier it is to slip away from a
Right.
cognitive healthy state, right? And so
Right.
that's what I'm thinking is like if people really want to take their health seriously, doing the workout in the gym, but then also making sure to do the workout in the mind, right? And like I'm still thinking here, I'm just trying to wrap my brain on some of the stuff that I actually do to help with my mental health because I know that I need to get back into some healthier patterns than some of the stuff that I've been thinking about and giving my mind to recently, right? So, I've been reading a lot more books again.
Yep. I was going to say
Been
read.
read lots of and then also on the other side of that writing. I don't know, I know you're always writing stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just it. Like if you write down some of those thoughts, do the old mental dump and like just let her out. You know what I mean? Just get it out of your brain. Get it out onto something that doesn't have to hold it the way your brain does. Paper can hold your
Right.
so much better than your brain can. It's true.
It,
Just write it
it,
down, and let her go.
and you got to let you got to get rid of it. It's got to you got to get rid of it out of your head because otherwise it'll always be there. And if you don't
Yeah,
talk to somebody about it or just say, hey, I got to get you got to write it down, get rid of it, and then move on. Otherwise, it's going to eat at you, eat at you, eat at you, and then it's going to lead you down a path that you don't want to go down.
yep, yep. And I'm seeing donkey buds out there. And Allie had made a nice comment earlier just about being a stepmom and knowing that Lex says goodbye to her and he says I love you every single time he walks out of the house. And I always told him that was a big part of, I realized that she is not necessarily his mother, but in this house she is his mother, and that's okay.
Correct.
That's the way we operate in a house. And certainly she does everything to deserve every bit of love that she receives from him. She's an amazing stepmother, and I wouldn't even call her a stepmother. She's just his mom at this house. Where there's no steps in our house, just
Right.
stairs. It's yeah, that's how we
Yeah,
take it seriously.
there are no stairs here either.
Yep,
No steps, no
yep,
stairs. No,
exactly.
I'm beyond that.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Oh, I see Hillbilly saying talking about sugar, and I gotta say, natural sugars are awesome. Highly processed sugars are the death of us, and we should probably stay away from ultra refined sugars and stuff like that. Hey, I always say if I want a glass of orange juice, I should probably just eat an orange because it's not actually the orange that I'm craving. It's all that
Right.
sweet, sweet, sugary nectar that they put into that orange juice to make it taste a
Yeah,
little less like oranges and a little more like soda.
I don't get. I don't get too many oranges anymore. Yeah.
What's that? Sorry, you cut
I don't.
out right
I
there.
don't. I don't get to have oranges too often anymore.
No, no.
No. No. They're
Are
too
you
sweet.
you're not diabetic? Are you diabetic or
Oh yeah. Yeah.
are you? Yeah, okay, okay. And so you really gotta keep an eye on all that shit for sure. And
Yeah.
that's
I
the
mean,
thing too. I mean,
I'm a billboard for doctors here in the state of Arizona, man. They all love me.
oh yeah, I'm sure.
I'm
Oh, we
I'm
got Jeff
I'm
coming
I'm
in.
putting food I'm putting food on their table.
Yep, lots of food
Well,
tables.
the government, my insurance, the government is putting a lot of food on their table, but
That's right. That's
you
right.
know what I mean. Yeah.
There you go. Big Nug saying he reads every day. He reads all the comments and all the live chats. He watches. He watches. No, that's hilarious, dude. Of course, I'm talking books, Big Nug. But hey, and we'll
Really?
do. And certainly, I mean, writing it all down at the end of the day. That's what I've been taught to do. There, it's just at the end of the day, if you've got the effort and the time, just sitting back with a piece of paper and a pen, let her rip and get all of those thoughts out of your head and go sleep
Yep.
soundly. And that's the other thing, people, freaking go to bed. If you if you're having a tough time with your mental health, get some sleep. Like it's amazing what sleep will do to you for just
Put
your mental cognition.
put the phone down, turn off the TV, close your eyes.
Go to bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
You meet both growing old, says Shadow. Hell yeah, Zalin. Love that you guys are all here. Guys, I'm hoping everybody's been enjoying this. Can you believe that 56 minutes just went
It's pretty
by?
good. It's pretty good.
That's pretty fucking good, dude. Now, I got a question for you. Are you busy with Aunt Wendy here today, or what are we doing? Are we going extra innings?
Oh, I can hang as long as you want.
Uh,
I'm good today.
man, we'll tell you what, if we get...
I got a pass.
Oh, nice. So let's do, okay, emojis for everyone out in the audience here. We've been talking about getting back on the horse. So there, the horses, you can do horse emojis if you'd like, if you want to see some extra innings. We've also been talking about heavy equipment. So I'm talking dozers, any emojis of dozers, dump trucks, high hose. Of course, we've got the classic gorilla. If you want to throw in the gorilla Z, throw up some gorillas. It's all good. And I'm sure we can find the farmer emoji. That would be for growing old. All kinds that people can play with. Hell, the UFO. Let's get some motherships. Oh, speaking of motherships, shout out to our girl Sheba, Lieutenant Sheebs, rocking a root ball from forever. Big old root balls everywhere we go. I love it. There we go. Oh, Z's throwing up some gorillas.
There you go,
I love
Z.
it. So it looks like we're going extra innings
One
here,
extra.
Top Dog.
I got a pass today, so.
Well, I got to take advantage of the pass, and I really want you to thank Aunt Wendy for me, of course. I can't wait to meet that woman in person. I'm gonna give her the biggest hug. She's gonna say, "Please, I can't take it easy." I'll say,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I love her.
Is she chilling with you today? Is she? Can I say, is she in there with you, or you're just chilling by yourself?
Nah, she's probably feeding the dogs. Probably feeding the dogs.
No.
Getting ready to take the dog for a walk.
It took all Shadow's emojis away.
That husky, yeah, he needs to walk every day.
Does your husky just fetch, or is it all one direction?
Oh, we just parked him up and boom, he's like the lead dog, man. Now he'll stop and check his emails and stuff at every freaking tree.
Check his P-mails.
Yeah, at every tree, but doggone. But yeah, find some squirrels and stuff. The funny thing is like he'll pick up this poop, right? And he'll be all happy. And this is after he's rolled in it, of course. He's rolling.
Oh yeah, you gotta get on the neck.
So,
what's up with the neck?
So he'll pick it up, and we'll carry it for three freaking miles. And every once in a while, we'll stop. He'll put it down. He'll roll in it some more. Yeah. Or he'll pick up a squirrel carcass. Oh yeah, he's crazy. Yeah.
How did we fall in love with these things?
Well, because
dog.
they are loyal to a fault, man.
Yeah.
They love you no matter what.
I love it. I love that. That's the best root ball you've ever seen. We got to talk to Gorilla Ponics. We'll maybe have to put that one up, and we'll put that on our YouTube for GSI. I think we'll just you might see one little plant come across the screen every once in a while, just to say, "I'm Andrew Heckman, and this is your Sunday morning root reveal."
No, that's good.
Yeah, we really should start doing more root reveals for everybody, because they were a classic back in 2020 when we first started this whole escapades at OGGO. Certainly the root ball was the thing that always got people enticed there, Doc Levy. So I'm glad she's caught on. Also the stalks and the stems on that canopy. You know, she sees some pictures of it there, Jeff. Freaking nutsos, man. Oh, is that Aunt Wendy there, I hear?
Yep.
Hi, Aunt Wendy. We're just singing your praises.
Oh.
She just grabs some stuff for the dogs.
Yeah, I got you. Put a link up for me, and I'll show you the farm. Yes, Doc, we will do that. We'll get to that. Actually, we're planning it all out. That will be on a different channel. But certainly, Doc, stick around. Hey, we got lots of entertainment still to come. Yes, Smiths is free. That plant you got her. It's on the way. It should be there any day.
Damn.
Now, so cheers to you for that one. Absolutely loving it, and thank you for being such an awesome member of the OGGO Army there, and you too, Jeff. Hell yeah, it's a good time up there.
So what do you guys got going on today?
I mean, boy, am I glad you asked.
I'm just gonna hang out.
It'll be a busy day. A lot on the docket here. I would like to see a couple things finished up around the manufacturing facility. There's lots of packages to get sent off today. Shout out to everybody who made an order or is expecting their sticker kit for their membership and all that stuff. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to put into some envelopes and boxes today. Get it sent out.
Yeah.
I'm going out to the garden. Yeah, gardening today is going to be awesome, and I think I'm going to start today. I mean, it's too late in the year to start some beans, but I don't give a shit because I do whatever I want. So I'm going to start some No Joke from Chad today, just to get it in. And there was what was the other one you recommended? Was it just the straight Durban? I'm going to just do a couple, just for. Yeah, I'll just throw them in. I know we're mid-June already, but like. Yeah. Lots of baby stuff today. We've got a meeting later this evening with our, I guess people would refer to them as midwives.
Right.
For the most common terminology. She was a doula. Yeah, we've got a doula coming. And then, so my son's room too. Oh, dude, the renovations in my son's room are just, mwah. We got an area rug down for him on that ice cold tile floor down in the basement, which it was funny because first he was like so gung-ho about the tile, and then after walking around on it, he was like, this is really cold. And I was like, yep, it is. Like, it's a basement floor. so we got the ultrasound today too. Well, that's more of like an alley activity, but I'll be paying attention and nearby.
Hell yeah.
So you know how it is. It's an us activity. Watching. But she's the one. No ultrasounds for me. I'm not. They're not scanning my belly. Luckily. But on top of that, just getting that area rug down there. We actually did that last night, he and I, before we for supper. He showed up off the bus, and I said, "Oh, we can do a couple of quick little things for your renovation here to make it feel more done." And he was like, "All right, I'm game." So we got the rug out of the shop there, brought it down, so now his bed can all be set up. It's on its way to being finished. Then we get the dresser down in there. He's got his room back.
That's
So
cool.
fully
That's
renovated
cool.
too, I might add, because yeah, that was the thing for him, was like, we knew we had to renovate his room soon anyways. And I think I'm the type of guy that just consistently gets gifts from the universe. Like rather than being like, oh, my baby flood shit, I'm like, well, now we got a chance to redo
Yeah.
Buddy's room. So it's like,
Gotta
like, I think that's part of the mental health aspect of
got
everything
some
too.
remodeling to
Taking a
do.
bad, yeah, take a bad and turn it into a good, or turn it into a, like, well, shit, we were gonna fix that anyways.
Make
Like,
your
you
make
know,
your half empty glass is now half full.
exactly. Well, I'm gonna just also say, so remember how I redid the floor in the flowering room, which has
Right.
been absolutely one of the best investments of my time that I made last year, was redoing that floor in that grow room. And I'll tell you what, that floor was the catalyst for everything else in that room to get updated. And so I actually went and found free tile. Like, I just typed it into Facebook Marketplace. I just typed in floor tile, right? And somebody just up the road, about 20 minutes up the road, had a pallet full of floor tile sitting on their front driveway for free. Come pick up. Like a pallet full of it, like, and it's all the same color. Well, it turned out to be two different colors, but there was enough of each that I was able to redo the floor in the grow room and the floor in my son's room, and now also still be able to do the flooring in the bedroom when the time
Damn,
comes. So
that's a
that's a
lot.
lot
That's a lot. That's a
flooring
lot
that
of
I picked
tile
up last year, right? And
for
I
free.
wouldn't have even had it sitting around for my son's bedroom, and it turned out to be the perfect color, perfect texture, the size of the top, everything. I was just like, wow.
It's the
If I had said that I was planning this, you'd be like, you're fucking lying. You couldn't have planned that.
it's the universe. It's the universe saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
here you go."
You just gotta listen, right? Like, you just gotta listen. That's They say that, what's the old saying? Luck comes to those intelligent enough to know that it's being bestowed upon them, right? Like, you have
Oh,
to
that's pretty cool.
actually,
Yeah.
right? You have to be present enough in the moment to realize that the luck is being given to you. Because unlucky people, if you feel unlucky, guess what? You are. Like, it's like,
Right,
what you see is what you get.
because it's not going to change. A lot
Yeah,
of times you have to take control of your own luck, your own destiny. You can't just sit back and say, "Okay, what what does the universe have in store for me today? I'm going to wait." No, you got to jump out there and 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 find it.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. You have to be out on the hunt for it. Like I said, the toughest thing to do is just start. If you find the strength to start. Mikey, what's going on, Top? I was wondering where we are going to see that sexy mofo. Cheers, big dog. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about our luck. And like, they've done, how many studies have they done where they're put lucky ended up seeing the little classified ad down in the corner of the newspaper that says, if you read this, claim your $5,000 at this study, right? Like, do you remember? Did you ever see that one where it was like they gave it to
No,
like 100 people, and
damn.
they were like, "Who's feeling lucky today? Like, who's genuinely feeling lucky today?" And there was people were like, "Hey, fucking me, I'm feeling lucky," and everybody else was kind of like, "It's whatever, shut your mouth," kind of like, "Let's get on with it," kind of thing. And they're like, "Okay, read this newspaper. The study is you reading this newspaper. Let's see if there's anything to do with luck in here, right?" And they're all just flipping through, and they're like, "Cool, great newspaper, right on. Set it down. Can we get on with our day?" And then the people that felt lucky are going through the newspaper, and they see this little ad in the corner. Hey, if you read this ad, you have successfully completed this challenge. There's a claim for you to be, you know, I don't know what the number figure was, but it would prove that if you're tuned into being lucky, it actually shows up. So it's not actually, it doesn't have anything to do with luck. It's you calling it out. Isn't that weird?
That's and that's a good that's a
It
good way
doesn't have anything to do with luck. It's your brain.
Yeah, it's just it's you making your own luck is what you're doing. You're just
That's exactly right. And I mean, luck and hope are very interesting because if you run out of them, you can just go make more. Like
right.
there's no the barrel of hope actually never drains. That's weird. I mean, you can feel like you can say there's no hope, and if that's what you say, then that's what becomes of it. And it's the same with luck. If you're like, I'm never lucky, I never win anything. Oh, life's against me. I can't win. I won't figure it out. Boom. Mark Twain or some shit said it. Hey,
Right.
if you think you can and you think you can't, you're right. You know? So
Because
I tell my family
you're
that all the time. I all the time, man. It's one of my favorite lines. Like when I hear somebody that I love very dearly saying something to me about how they can't do this or they can't do that, I say, what you're telling yourself is the self-fulfilling answer. Because if you believe you can find the answer, then you can. Even if the answer is that there is no answer, at least you went and found it. As opposed to just saying there's no hope, there's no solution, there's nothing here. And I think that's true for me starting OGGO, sir. If I'm being quite honest, you know, I don't know what it'll be. I don't know how the solutions look. No how to solve every single problem that my company has, and maybe some of them can't be solved, and that's okay, but at least knowing that I'm out here on the look for the answer, right, that will eventually lead me to a place of success. But it wouldn't happen if I just tucked up and said it's all too much, I can't do it, I can't handle it, that's it, we're near. So
that all leads back to accept courage and wisdom.
Yes, sir.
You accept,
yes, sir.
You accept the facts, the things you can't change. You have the courage to change what you can, and then you have the wisdom to know the difference. And that's exactly what you're talking about there.
Just that's what I was, dude. I remember my point from way earlier because it's funny how we do this, right? The wisdom to know the difference.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy, does that wisdom only come through non-wisdom.
Exactly.
That's the tough part about being like a young man in your 20-somethings or your 30-somethings. I am, and you know that there is some wisdom to be gained, but the only way to gain that wisdom is through hard-fought, long-fought battles of inner strife, being like, is this something that I can brush up against? Is this something that I have the courage and the wherewithal to change? Is this something that I think I can even handle? And like, but on, I mean, again, this is not to talk less on women, but good on men everywhere who weigh these options regularly and actually head out in the boat in the face of all uncertainty. I mean, I think about the Vikings from days of old all the time. Can't imagine standing on the edge of a chunk of land, looking out across a little rickety boat, just floating there. And boys, I think we should freaking all jump in this thing and head on out into
direction.
nothing. Right? And so we're gonna go there. And they're like, what's over there? Couldn't tell you.
Don't know. We're gonna find out.
And that's sometimes the strength and courage that it actually takes, particularly, in terms of men and leaders, leaders of men. You wish that you knew what the wisdom between the courage and the letting go, right? The courage to change it or the wisdom to know to let go. But right there in the center is you, the man, trying to differentiate between those two things. And it's not, right?
Yep.
And so I think that, for a guy like you, your wisdom has been, you've made a lot more wisdom happen in your life than I have. And so it's very, very valuable for me to sit here and just
I've learned a lot of hard lessons.
Yeah. And I hope that maybe I don't have to learn all of those hard lessons.
Exactly. And that's what I'm here for. Because like my son, Well, it's like when I was a kid, my father would tell me stuff, and I'm like, "Pfft." And now you're like, yeah, he was right. And
Yeah.
my son, he's the same way because his birthday is coming up here shortly, and
Well, we got another
you
Gemini
know,
in the house, do we?
well, yeah, his birthday, and then right after that is my daughter's birthday. So
Oh, damn. You got
yeah,
a
they're
house.
right there.
Good.
But yeah, I used to tell him stuff, and then he would do it, and then yeah, he's since come back and said, yeah, okay, you were right.
You're
Well, yeah,
right. That.
because I did that stupid crap when I was young, and I'm telling you, this is what happens. But
Yeah.
you can't. There is no learning unless you make
Without
those
doing it. It's
mistakes. Really,
tough. That's the
you
tough
could
thing
take
about
me at
being a
my
father. Yes.
yeah,
Okay. That's
you
a
could
good
take me at
point
my
because,
word for it. But go ahead, and you're going to find out
oh,
on your own and learn. Yep, yep, exactly.
so Jeff, I'll tell you a little thought that it's churned over in my mind for the last 15 years, right? Like I was when my son was born, I was 20 years old. So
Right,
it was only 20 years between the start of my life and the start of my son's life. That's kind of a daunting thought. That's a trippy thought to think
right,
about. And then not only that, but to because we're both aging, all right? Like so I'm 21, he's 1, I'm 22, he's 2, right? Obviously it's all shifting. And so the amount of lessons that I learned from 20 to 30, I'm now 37 obviously as of yesterday, but from 22 to 37, those years spent learning about myself and my life and who I am and how I operate, and then being able to also watch a little mini version of myself coming up in the exact sort of same path that I was raised in some 20 years ago, right? and I can, when I watch him operating in his day-to-day life, I'm like, man, that was just me. And so I've
right,
been very, very lucky to watch my son grow up in a way that it's almost like an out of body experience for me, because I'm watching my son grow up in the way that I did, but I didn't get to see it from outside. I was just me growing up. I didn't think anything of my dad or my mom or their age or whatever. They were just my parents. They were there. They did what they did. I was always like that. But then when I became one, and at an exceptional age, I realized how much growing up my parents had to do while they were trying to get me to grow up. It was just, they were
right.
maybe a little bit further on in their life, but me knowing now what a 37-year-old knows, I don't have anything figured out. And I say to my son all the
Oh,
time,
trust
I'm
me.
like, look, you're going to be 16 before you know it, and you're watching me trying to learn how to be an adult. So please give me grace, and I'm also going to give you that same grace, because it wasn't that long ago that I was you. And I can see all of these things that you're feeling and you're seeing. And so I tell him all the time, like, if you need to talk to me, just whatever it is you need to say, because chances are, I mean, your brain and my brain aren't that far apart in terms of timeline and where we were raised and everything. And
Right.
so I can't help but say to him, like, chances are, whatever you're thinking or feeling, I just felt that, like, in this lifetime. So please don't feel like what you're thinking or feeling is how, like, bad or taboo or strange. It may actually be those things, but you and me need to actually just have a chat about, like, let's try and figure out all of these thoughts inside your head. Let's try to figure out what it is that you're going to be growing up like, because I don't want you to necessarily have the same stumbles and pitfalls that I had. You know what I mean? I hope our brains are far apart. Yes, I get it, Big Germ. I get it. But honestly, man, it's like when you're watching your kids go through life, isn't it the toughest thing as a dad to know all of the pitfalls and all of the harm that had to come to you in order to become better and smarter and stronger, and all the pitfalls you ultimately avoided in your life, but you still have to watch your kids now go through that. And you're like, oh God. Like, just like there is a lot of that. Like, I think about my son as a teenager, and I'm like, man, I was a freaking unit as a teenager. Like, I was 220 pounds, 6'2", and I was on child program software. Right? Like I've got a man's body and a child's brain. Oh my god!
I'm not. you,
Oh
you,
man,
you know the thing you were hitting on where he's learning, you're learning and stuff. I think that's the beautiful part of the system we call life, because you've learned 37 years worth of stuff, and you can teach him all of that, but at the same time, I mean, like me, I couldn't teach anybody anything about my phone, about any of that stuff that goes on now. So that stuff that maybe you and he learned together, and then you use the other knowledge that you learned in 37 years to what you're learning together to say, you know what, that doesn't sound like a good idea because
no.
it looks like this, and I did this 30 years ago and it didn't turn out good. So you can use all your experiences there to equate them into new experiences and stuff. But
What
yeah, you
you
can learn
want
a
to
bunch
add?
of stuff together.
You want to add another layer of really trippy complexity into all of that? You ever just go to Chat GPT and ask it to give you a life plan for you fill in the blank? You could do one for
Oh
your
no.
daughter, right? Like if your daughter was feeling ambiguous and she was like, "Dad, I've got this thing, I've got this career that I want to get to. It's here. I'm here now. What do we do?" And you're like, "I don't know how to get you to be a freaking astronaut or a
Right.
famous NHL star or whatever." You type that in, you give it the current circumstances, and Chat damn GPT comes up with like a roadmap. It's the craziest thing because nowadays you don't even have to like you can make roadmap whatever it is you want to do. So like Allie and I were like, okay, we want to have a successful business with an online foundation and presence in stores and blah 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 blah. She types it all out. Chat GPT comes back to her in 4 seconds. Got this whole itinerary of what to do over the next 5 years in order to get
Oh,
from
there you go.
here to there. Right? And I'm like, get out of town. Like this is what you're giving me direction because like we all know guys, we all know about direction. I do well with it. If I have to make it myself, it's a slower tour. If I'm forging the way ahead, it's
Right.
a slower tour. But if somebody gives me the map, boy, I can read maps like a freaking king. So, anyways, I'm thinking to myself, well, if it works for me, why don't we do this for Lex too? So she did the exact same thing. She said, NBA star. How do I get from here in Ontario to NBA stardom? And she just typed it all out, typed out the particulars, and it gave us an exact roadmap with the schools that we should having him
Right.
applying to. Gives you a rough yearly estimate on the tuition. It gives you right, like it just starts to give you all this info, and you're like, "So bitch!" Like I now can use the internet to actually manipulate the path of my life in a way that 20 years ago when I was 15. Can you imagine me at 15 knowing that I could just go over and be like, give me a
Right.
roadmap
Right.
of how I get to from here to there? And the thing
Now,
churns it out, and you just say, okay, that's a lot of digestible info. Let's go.
now I will admit, I don't know a lot about technical stuff, but I do use vidIQ, which
Nice.
is basically Chat GPT, for
Yep.
a lot of stuff that I do.
Yeah.
I do know how to use that, and I do it. I do use it.
The amount of resources, and I mean, this is funny too. We're talking about like a 15-year-old making a professional roadmap to get to some arbitrary goal that they've set for themselves inside their own head. But I also remember being 15 and not giving a hoot about where I ended
Right.
up. Right? Like that's also a thing. So it's funny to like we give these kids all the resources to be successful. But the simple fact of the matter is, I mean, again, I remember myself at that age, I didn't care. It wasn't that there
Right.
was anything wrong with me. It was just like I think the first part of our programming or our software download when we're youngins is that we're just learning how to focus
Me.
on what it is that we're interested in, right? Focused on us. We don't have a worldly view.
Right.
We don't have an understanding of those around us that are aging or getting sick. We're all about us. We're thinking, hey, I'm 15. I want a cell phone. I want a debit card. I want a bicycle. I want you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I want some ice cream. I don't give a shit about career paths and grades and freaking whatever, you know. So it's just an interesting time to be alive on Earth. People have more information than ever before, and yet I still feel like maybe there's a part of us that's like, let's stop with the information. Let's
Right.
just go back to like living. Because I think that that's going to be a new skill that kids have to develop eventually too. We've talked about it before. I want to see kids get back into home ec. You know, thread a needle, fire a bow, skin an animal, go do your laundry, balance your checkbook. Like these are all things that human beings should have never been disconnected
And I'm a
from, and we
big
weren't, man.
and I'm a big college education guy. My kids went to college. Winnie and I went to college, but I think now you could make what I wish I'd have pushed my son more into a trade school, kind of,
Bro,
electrician, plumber, uh, construction, some kind of trade. Because I could tell you, plumbers and electricians, they make a lot of money.
what
You
and
know,
and and
you,
the thing
you
about
get,
trades, I mean, even now to this day, Rain, good morning. I see you out there. Cheers, good to see you. Big Germ as well. I'm not sure if I said hi to everybody there. I'm just watching some people roll on through. Scumlight,
hey, 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 Andrew,
cheers.
can I
It's good
take
to
a
have you
break
both
real
in here.
quick?
Yeah, of course. You don't even have to
Because
ask. I mean,
I gotta go. I gotta go open up
go do them
my
greenhouses.
my greenhouse doors.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about the best dang net pots around. There we go. Check it out.
Hey,
That's
thanks,
it. That's
Andrew. I'll
it
be
right
right
there.
back.
Absolutely. Cheers, guys. Those are legit too, by the way. If you're rocking hydroponics, aeroponics, deep water culture, anything of that sort, you're gonna definitely want to consider rocking an OGGO net pot. Check them out. You guys know websites right there. Rain, cheers. It's so good to have you here. Loving that you're here with us. Excellent. What's going on, Top Dog? Welcome to the show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mikey, it's damn good to see you. I saw you're getting some koi. That's gonna be a little kick-ass time there too. I hope you get them some fun little names. Now I'd like to know what colors you're expecting. Or if it's a mixed pot or whatever. Let's hear it. I want to hear it there, Top Dog Mikey. The Frozen General. It's damn good to have you in here as well, Slim. Cheers, everybody. First day of being 37. Boy, howdy, do I start to feel a little bit old, guys. Just going to go open up the door here on the studio. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I hope everybody's loving the show. Make sure to say hi to Cousin Slim for us. All right, all right. Yeah, sorry about the audio feedback there, guys. I'm not sure what that's about. Strange. Okay. So we'll bring that one down. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's giving a little feedback here. I can tell you. Anyways, we'll just slide him on down. Remove from stage. All right, Uncle Jeff, give me a thumbs up when you're back, dude. I'm here. I am here with you. Is that my phone giving that feedback? I'm sorry, guys, if we got any feedback going on here. Yes. The Ogo Queen is in the house. She's doing her thing. I see Linktree going out there. Thank you, Cousin Slim Z. How the heck have you been? I think Allie got back to you with that email. 420 THC pack reviews, Top Dog. It is good to see you, Mikey. Can't wait to see the koi pond in act. That'll be a fun, looking beautiful. Garden. Absolutely. That's how we do it. So, and Semper, cheers. It's good to see you. Sorry I didn't say hi to you there earlier. I saw you come in. How's everybody doing out there? Sounded like rain, but now gone. Yeah, that might actually be StreamYard, just StreamYard and straight up. We got 3 minutes until 4:20 somewhere. France, Germany, Spain, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. You guys hit me up with the facts. Yeah, sorry about that, Z. It's been like we don't have anything running here in the background. There's nothing happening as this staticky noise or whatever is happening. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of thought maybe Growing Old had a fan in the background on his side, and that's what I was hearing, just audio feedback. But it wasn't that, because once he muted and all of that stuff, it was gone. I don't know, guys. But either way, the show must go on. It's all good, baby. Galaxy, what's going on? Cheers, Top Dog. And it is most certainly not raining out here as well. It's a sunny, beautiful day. We are already at 10:18 in the morning, so you know I got to get on with the show, get on with all the growing and all of that stuff, get down to the rooms. I would like to see Zone A back online before long. We're getting some roots dangling into our enclosures there. Yes. My nice donkey buds. My B-Day is. Oh, there he is. Normally I'm the youngin', but times have changed now. I'm the OG. Ha 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 ha. Cheers. There we go. And he's back.
Sorry. Yeah, I had to run out there. Yeah, it was like 85 degrees in there, so
Just in time, I would say. Now you've got some big circulation running through there. You can open them up all the way, like either end, or is it just one side?
Yeah, I open up both sides. I got some big fans blowing through.
Very nice.
I got some on top of these tents in here. I got some windows that I could put together. You know, they're the automatic at 70 degrees. I think they start to open.
Yep.
You know,
but they're sitting there looking at you.
Yeah. Still in the box. Been there for 3 years. Yeah.
Listen. Those boxes that sit around for more than three years that you know you're gonna get to eventually, or someone's gonna get to. Those are the best. I gotta say, I'm just I find little tidbits like that in my shop all the dang time. Again, living out in the country, there's a fine line between pack rat and just super savvy. You know, like,
pack rat.
I don't want to run to the hardware store every time savvy, I need a different style of screw. What's that?
Yeah, my pack rat is just the first step to being hoarder. That's what my daughter says, because I've already graduated to the hoarder stage. But it's like, man, because I kept an old tent and I cut it up and used it as reflective material in my greenhouse to reflect up and keep warmth in when I started out in April last year. So,
right. Rob, so, hey, Sean, how you doing out there? Cheers.
It paid off to keep it.
Well,
I don't have it anymore, but
something about being a pack rat, hoarder, super savvy country folk. Yeah. I gotta say, it feels so freaking good. The 1 decade later, when you finally put that one nail into that one board, it's on the shelf. Everybody knows it's there. The old dirty freaking project that never got started and finished. But then it did. And you're just
here,
like,
Wendy, look. Here, Wendy, look.
You see?
See there.
I've seen a few reels like that where the guy was he's like, Dad, I gotta fix my car. Do you have any freaking 3/4 inch self-tapping? And the dad's like, you need what? And he like turns his head and he goes running across the yard. He opens the basement door and he's running down and he's got the one screw that his son needs, and he runs back up. He's like, I got it, son. It's like, I got the screw.
I've got boxes in the shed out there from when we moved from Japan.
Yeah.
And I was in Japan from 2001 to 2004. So,
Okay.
and they're still packed in boxes.
That's hilarious. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
by a
I,
Japanese packing company. Yeah.
I often wonder, like went to every freaking person's garage in North America. If you went into every single person's like supply room or their storage unit or their like, imagine if all the doors were open and you could see what was in people's. You'd be like I feel like we're just in a really strange time in history where there is so much stuff. Like and
Right.
think about like the one thing that I
Oh,
always think about is power tools. Like how much of the world was built before there were even power tools, and now think about how ubiquitous power tools are in the world. Like, does every garage not have some sort of Alt Makita or Milwaukee products sitting in it? Like like
well,
or Ryobi or whatever. Like you've got something in there, Jeff. I know you've
I got
got.
my phone plugged into a Rock Pal. I'm looking at a DeWalt air compressor
There you
across there. I got
go.
a DeWalt
So like
sprayer
again, this
down
is
there.
not to
Yeah.
talk ill of everyone, but I just wonder, does everybody need the full set of tools? Does each and every one of us need
No.
a hammer drill? And like it's just like there is so freaking much of everything nowadays. It's crazy to think about. Like just vehicles. Bro, how many vehicles are sitting around now?
If you're like me, you've owned that full set of tools like 4 times. They didn't wear
Yep.
out.
Yep.
You're just like, where the hell did I put that screwdriver? And you're not going to buy one. So you buy the whole set. Yeah.
You got to get the
Yeah.
whole
See,
set and the T-handled
yeah.
Allen wrenches and everything else too. That's a whole
Yeah.
box, right? Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
why get one when you can get three
Yeah.
for the price of one? It's like, oh
And
hell
hey,
yeah, of
and
course.
hey, while I'm here at Home Depot, I like that
Yeah,
toolbox. Let's get that
I really like that rolling
that
tool
big
chest
stacker.
and
Yeah.
that new door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guess what, Scum Life? I collect tools and Pokemon cards. Yeah! The joke's on me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Oh
That's
no.
funny, David.
No, it's so Rob Schott asked a question and I'll ask it for him to everybody so you can hear it. Is anybody going to DGC? Now, quick, I have a question to follow that question. What is DGC? Where is it and when is it? So I can answer the question myself there, Rob. I actually don't yeah, I don't know what that is. So if you can tell me, do you know what DGC is?
No, I was
No.
looking to see.
Okay. It's because everyone used to talk to each other and borrow whatever you needed as barter for them to borrow one of your tools. Now we're all hermits. GTG. It's damn good to see you. Oh, Dude Grows
Oh,
Cup. Okay. Dude Grows channel. Okay, guys. All right. I do know that channel. So
oh,
didn't know. My bad. I just didn't know what DG. I thought it was like a place.
oh,
But
yeah.
it's like it's an event, right?
I've never,
So
because I know the dude grows. Yeah, I've never called it
okay.
that though.
Cool. Well, hey, I don't live close enough to there to get there easily, but I guess someday I might make it. It's like the Battle of the Home Growers. Nice. Very cool. This weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, Rob Shot. So I'm definitely not going there. I'm going up to the lake to trim some trees so people have a better line of sight out onto the lake from their cottage.
Oh,
So,
damn.
yeah, no, that's what we're doing. My son and I, we're gonna finish his bedroom, and we're gonna go cut some branches and some trees there. But no, this Dude Grows Cup. I've I don't know what all involved in that. So, Rob, if you want to give us some details, go right ahead. Good. You see, cool.
Yeah,
I'd maybe see if they want to do a podcast with me. I'd be down. I don't know. What do you think, Uncle Jeff? You think they'd be the type of guys that want to do a pod?
I think they would.
Cool. I love doing this shit, man. We've been going for almost 2 hours here already, bro, and we're just like chilling. I don't even count the conversation. We just weave on through goddamn everything. It's definitely worth it. I went last year and had a great time. Got to meet some great growers and even better people. That's cool, Rob. I'd love to go. Been the last 3 years. That's very cool. That's very cool.
That's in. Is that in Colorado?
Yes, it's in, are you how from Colorado? That's exactly where it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I think we get invitations to stuff like that, but
Dude grows. Is that like is that Josh Grambo? Is he one of those guys? I don't know. Sorry if that's not. I'm sorry if I'm mixing.
Know. Oh, there's
yeah. Sorry if I mix it. Yeah, let's go in. Oh, go gang shit.
Okay.
Yes, right on. They're cool people. Right on, Shadow. Yeah, I feel like yes. Okay, yeah. So like the jug dealers and all that.
The jug dealers.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yep, I've watched Josh's show for damn sure. Absolutely. There you go. Cool, guys. Yeah. Hey, anytime you want to hook me up with people, or if you think that there's some people that you would want to see on our show, by all means, hit us up here. Yeah, by all means. I'll just put the email up very quickly, you guys, just to get a hold of us there. Screenshot that. If you guys have guests that you'd love to see come on the show, that would be great. I would love to do that. I would also love to get on other people's shows as well. You know what I mean? So, and of course, we will be doing that here with Growing Old. Any one of these days that schedule allows it. I was supposed to be there last night, but we were partying, weren't we? It happens. It happens. You only turn 37 once. Okay, Rob, I got you. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't know if I'm mixing terminologies. You should get caught up. Okay, dude, crew. Sounds good. People. I got you, Z. Right on. Yeah, we were partying. We were having a good old time there. Jug dealers are a different crew, but they all work. Okay, cool. That sounds good, Rob. I appreciate you guys pointing us in the right direction there. That's absolutely fantastic. Z, also, thank you for the info. I would love to go to one. I've been hearing about it for a while. West been told to also. Yeah. Scotty, Real, Dude, and Grambo. There you go. Right on. We're getting to the bottom of this, guys. Well, Growing Old, we love doing our shows too, don't we?
Yes.
Yes, sir. But honestly, man, yeah, I think Dude lives in Canada. Hey.
Oh.
I live in Canada. That's awesome. Perfect.
Well, that should be.
Oh, there's that feedback again. I don't know what's happening there, Uncle Jeff. I'm sorry if you're hearing it too.
No, I don't hear anything. Well, when he's outside the garage, she's starting up her car, so maybe that's.
Oh, I don't know. It seems like every once in a while, it's almost like I don't know. Remember my last year? When I was doing the all about the plants from in the grow room, and the pumps would come on. And people were like, "What's that noise?" That's kind of what I was thinking it was, but I don't have any pump. Obviously, I'm in my studio, so I'm like, I don't know if there's something cycling on that I can't know about that's on the phone though. I believe in Canada. Yep. And so does Scrogger. Scrogger actually lives just north of me there, same province and all that. He's there's a lot of great guys from up here doing their growing thing. Imagine that. We can grow it freely and do all kinds of fun stuff with it. I would hope we get to learn some things. I think grow dogs. Okay. I know. Hey guys, send them my way. Let's do it. Yeah, I know. I don't know pigeons personally, but obviously I've seen the show, seen it at the odd event there. But absolutely. Now, Jeff, would you like to have a little after party?
I can do that for a little bit. I might have to move my gear once the after party starts. But
no worries. Also, Recharge. That's when they're one of our big products. Okay. So Recharge. Mikey got a collector's bag of Recharge. So I had. I had a package of it. Yo, what's going on,
Hagrid.
Hagrid? Cheers, buddy boy. Good to see you. Absolutely, there's a legend right there. That podcast should be dropping. I think it's already on the members side. I'm pretty sure I heard my sister uploading it last night, Haggard. So, yeah, nevertheless, we'll double check that one after the show. Yeah, so Recharge back when it was maybe a smaller company, it had it had a old label, it had a different packaging. It was very, what you would call maybe retro or from the beginning, so to speak. And I had that one sitting up on my shelf for a while. I showed Mikey, and he was just like, "Whoa!" And the website was different too. It was I think it was .ca. It wasn't .com. So like I think they've changed their website. I'm pretty sure. So it was all super cool. I just thought, hey, that's a little piece of history right there, almost like a vintage Pokemon card. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
Something to look back on that nobody's making anymore, that nobody has, and it's tough to get your hands on. So I sent that one off to Mikey. Whether or not he decided to pop that pack and use it, that's on him. But it was certainly what I figured was almost like a little collector's item. So he's a big proprietor of that Recharge
Oh,
stuff there.
heck
Do
yeah.
you use that at all?
No.
No. Okay, I didn't know. I'm not sure, but you can't use
Now
Recharge in water culture
I'm
systems.
I'm just learning the game, so I use
Can
Royal
somebody
Gold. Royal
Can
Gold is
somebody
what it's
out
called.
there tell me what what Recharge actually has in it? That's like, what is it? I don't even know what it is, so I can't describe it to anybody if they were to ask me, like, "Hey, do you
I would
use Recharge?" I
I
don't
would
know.
wonder if it had
I
like your silica, your biochar, um, all
Yeah,
your
if you put,
stuff.
oh my gosh, yeah,
Because it's called Recharge. Well, I'm only
there,
thinking of
microbial
the
inoculant.
soil side of
So,
stuff. Oh, there you
Goob
go.
Crew, does it have a shelf life? Instant compost tea. Okay, okay. Very cool. Yeah, you can't
Yeah, I
use
got
any of that stuff in a water culture system with spray heads.
yeah,
I use it in my soil. Who knows,
yeah.
but
That's
it
what I was gonna
works.
say.
LOL. Yeah, 420. You don't need to know how it works as long as you know it works, right? Ash works
Yeah, yeah.
pretty well
I
too.
mean,
Right on, right
there's.
on.
I'll admit there are some people that like to get into the weeds of how things work, and some people talk about your receptors and how your CBD, and me, I'm a PFN. It's purely fucking magic, and we're gonna go with how it works, and boom.
Boom.
So yeah, I don't. I like to know, but at the same time,
Yeah, it's
there's too
funny,
much
right? You
stuff
don't.
going on in here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's the age old thing. I mean, sometimes you just need to know that something does just work, right?
Yeah.
Hey, the light switch turns on. I don't need to know how to wire the place.
Right.
Right,
Right.
like straight up,
Just
I just somebody can point me in the right direction with stuff, and I can say, "Let's give her."
and and
But yeah,
and and maybe that's bad on me that I'm not so curious as to well, how does it work? Well, if I know it works and it works, then I'm going to concentrate on something I don't know.
yeah, and I mean, there is like that's the beautiful thing about doing a deep dive. You know what I mean? Like you and me get to we enjoy it sitting here and actually just kind of thinking about these things. And if we want to go on a deep dive with anything, we can. But honestly, too, it's like there are things that just naturally befuddle me in this world, and so I know that my laptop works. Boy, if you ask me to put it together or what part of it went wrong
Right.
somewhere along the way, I would have
Right.
to pass that on to someone more qualified than me, So, same thing. I mean, hey, again with like nutrient lineups and things like that. I mean, we don't have anything to do with a nutrient lineup around here. I trust that if we did, it would probably be some sort of a co-branding deal or something like that with a nutrient that
Right.
understands what they're doing. Our guys, shout out to Justin and them over at Green Planet. They've got a fantastic lineup of nutrients that work for both soil and water culture of any style, and it's all water soluble. So really, really great stuff there. And again, I mean, the simple fact of the matter is he's done a lot of background research, building, testing, trying samples, whatever. So in that sense, that's sometimes why we leave things to people that are far more qualified than us. I don't know how to build
Right.
laptops. I do know that I need one though. Right? Like it's like that with everything. If we don't know necessarily how it works, that's not the issue. It's just the fact that like whether or not we can even get one maybe is the issue. That's probably the
Right.
bigger thing there. So growing old, but don't you feel it? You need to know when you're right into your time for your girl. Oh, hype. I don't know, dude, crew.
What
What are we talking about here? The recharge or the Green Planet? I don't know. Either way,
I think
what's funny though?
The Shadow's just asking, don't I want to know what it is? I mean, sure,
yes.
I research it and stuff, but I don't get down into the weeds of all the chemical. I guess what I was trying to say is I'm not looking at the chemical reactions and stuff like that.
Right.
You research it and I use it, and if it doesn't work, then I move on. If it works, then then that's what I'm going to stick with until I find something else. But yeah, I mean, it's a good point.
Here's a thought for you too, just since we've now kind of got into this, and I'm sitting thinking thoughts on what Shadow just asked. It's kind of interesting too, because like this is that thing about, I guess, like bro science versus say real science, right, Jeff? Like we've all heard that term 1,000 times, and it's interesting too because like I feel like the two have a Venn diagram, right? Where there are things that are actually bona fide in science. Somebody somewhere has maybe done a test. Maybe somebody's ran the experiment. They got bona fide results. They replicated the test and they got the same results over and over and over.
And they fall right in there.
There are other things too, like anecdotal. Like we do tend to go with anecdotal evidence, right? So there's, what I mean? That's a different style of information altogether, because again, scientific tests, things of that nature, they require a set group of parameters. Then you also have your anecdotal, just day-to-day life experiences. You, Jeff, you use, you've used recharge or you haven't, so you can't speak on it if you haven't, and if you have used it, it does help. So and then like for me, here's one, like magnesium, not adding magnesium to your feed at all after say week 2 of flowering. You want to get magnesium right out of there. I know because it causes larvae bud, but I don't know why it causes, right? Like I don't know the actual causation of the fact that okay, when you add magnesium, it kicks a growth cycle within the flowering plant, which then offsets the size of the bud or the density of the bud because it's trying to air out and begin a different life cycle or something of that nature, right? Maybe that is the answer. Maybe that's not the actual scientific answer. All I know, personally speaking, is that I am not to be adding magnesium to my grow after I get past, say, week 2. If you can find a way to add calcium into the grow without adding magnesium, you're on a better path. But typically, you would stop running calcium and magnesium basically right at the end of week 2 in a hydroponic system universally. So that's just, that's one thing I've been taught, not through scientific data, but through being exposed to grow rooms year after year and people smarter than me showing me, like saying, hey, use this, don't use that, because if you use that, you're going to get these results. And I hate to say it, but that comes full circle with our dad teaching son stuff, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to know why the car blew up. All you need to know is that you don't put the wrong
Right.
fuel in the gas tank, right? Like
Right.
just like like I can't
Right.
describe to you how the piston shot through the hood. All I can say is that
Right.
I do in fact know
The
that the
green
piston went through
the,
the hood.
the green hose, the green hose is not green.
Yeah.
The green
Yes,
hose doesn't go in
exactly,
your car.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm using Aptus Nutrients and Mycorrhizae for this run. Have some Nano Gromax newts for my outdoor experience. Yeah, that's totally fine, Shadow. I love the rabbit holing of this stuff, but again, you are like with me personally, I do just try to listen to what people say around me, especially very skilled growers that I really, I've seen their work. I can admire it. They take me to their grow and they show me what it is that they're growing. And if they have tips for me, I can listen. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's that hard to just sit back and listen. So, and then again, too, I mean, with your own anecdotal evidence too, Jeff, like, for instance, here's a perfect example of what I'm saying. My mom is a very skilled gardener and she's had her own home remedies for pests, right? So, mixing the dish soap, you've heard the
Yep.
story before, but I'll tell it to the audience. Mix a little bit of dish soap into your spray bottle, and you get out there and you can use that dish soap. Bugs really really hate dish soap, so if you spray it on your veg plants at the right time, and of course you got to get it rinsed off. I know that lesson as well now, but certainly timing of everything matters, and that was one little tidbit that my mom failed to mention to me. So
The
I thought
washing
I was
off.
hot shit. Yeah, I didn't wash it off. I didn't think anything of the temp. I didn't think anything of
Oh
sunlight. You know
yeah,
what I
the
mean?
temp.
I was
Yeah.
a novice grower with a little bit of anecdotal evidence, but not picture. And again, not even being able to do a deep dive saying like, why do bugs hate dish soap? And it's the fatty lipids in it that end up smothering them, and they basically kind of just get suffocated and freaking immobile, and they can't do anything. So it's not a good look for them. So when it happens, they get the heck out of Dodge. But that being said, you also have to be very, very careful when you spray fat lipids onto a plant,
Right.
because if those are exposed to sunlight and heat, boy, do they ever cook, just as we
Yeah.
know what fat cooks like on a pan,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
So you're just
It's
cooking stuff,
same
man.
shit.
Yeah.
So, that's why I say like anecdotal information is as important as say scientific, but they both have their place, and they both, all right, you can take advice from people and you can also read a scientific study. I guess that's really what I'm
Right.
saying. And both of those things do have value. Of course, then we get into the you know
It,
pro science versus a bona fide study. So,
and that's
and it
one of the things you kind of mentioned there, and I thought of real quick was um, a lot of times, I'll listen to what other people are using in their grows. I mean, heck, the reason I've two reasons I swapped to what I'm using now. Well, other than the fact that I've moved to live in soil, I'm using this Royal. What are they? Royal Gold is what they're called. I can't even remember their name. Royal Gold, and they're really good. But I met them at BizCon, and the reason I looked them up at BizCon, and they've sent me a lot of stuff, is because THC was using it, and I was like, hey,
yep,
if THC uses it, he knows all the stuff. I don't need I don't need to dig into it because I know
yep,
he knows what he's doing, you
yep.
know. And now that's not true for everybody. I mean, by all means, just because I'm using something here, now this Royal Gold stuff, sure, because THC uses it, that I would
Dude,
use. But
that's such a good point. I mean, that had like, man, this conversation really has come full circle. I mean, if you have a trusted circle of advisors around you that you can rely on, and you take their word for it because
yep,
they've consistently told you the truth time and time again, but by a certain point in a relationship with someone, And this is what, man, like I say this to my son all the time. Like when you're with somebody, when you're friends with somebody, when you're somebody's, father, son, whatever, you're looking out for somebody wholeheartedly. I say it to my son enough that I hope he believes it. There's no part of me that wants to see him come
Right.
to harm, right? Or doing an activity. Like there's no way I'm gonna sabotage my son's activities. You feel what I'm saying? Like if I'm teaching him
Yeah.
how to shoot a basketball, the last thing that I want to do is like teach him the wrong thing.
Right.
Like that's I
Right.
want him to do well at what he's doing, so I want to teach him right. And that's that thing with like us in life. You can take anecdotal evidence from people that you trust, and I think this is where the never ending clash in the cannabis community ends up coming from, because one person tried one thing one time, it worked for them, they have friends, those friends talk to their friends, and
Yeah.
the guy who was spraying Monster Energy on his plant one time, who got awesome results in it, he's telling his friends, I sprayed Monster on my plant, it was awesome to do that every year. I'm gonna get Monster Energy drinks, and I'm gonna foliar spray my plant because the caffeine in it was awesome or whatever. And his friends are like, I'm not even gonna Google that. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
take
See.
that. Right? I'm not I believe you. I believe you. I'm gonna do that. And I'm not even gonna look in. And that's a part where you're
Damn.
like, okay, we gotta have like there's anecdotal evidence and there's scientific evidence, but we
Right.
have to be able to like differentiate between the two. And also, like, when somebody says something that's like maybe new and bold, give it a second. Like, don't just assume that it's totally right off, no, wrong. You can't feed your plants M&Ms, right? Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, giving a ridiculous example of somebody making some big claim about something that they've tried and it worked for them one time, but maybe it was
Right.
luck, maybe it had nothing to do with this factor that they're giving credit to. There's so many things that, like, as adults, when we actually have big, long form conversations, you can kind of get to the bottom of stuff. Because I mean, if you just make a post on Instagram that says, I sprayed my plants with Monster, this is the best thing ever, you guys should try it, and then people go out and they try it and they also have good results, but it's some dumb
Right.
shit that they're attributing, and then all of a sudden here's this trend going on and you're like, what in the fuck is happening here? So Scum Life, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, this is a
DWC
perfect
and
time
Monster
right here to
Water.
touch on this. Scum Life, way back in one of my early, very, very, very early grows, I used to put 5 mils of Monster into like every liter of water that I fed my plants. Okay, Scum Life. So this is that chunk of anecdotal evidence right here. I cannot attribute the success of that plant to Monster. I won't, because I'm an adult and I have no idea if it had anything to do with that 5 milliliters of Monster I legit was putting into like watering cans. And because I just had these cans of Monster that I didn't even want to drink, or I'd have a leftover one and I'd take the flat Monster and so I was just a young dumb teenager just thinking thoughts of like, wouldn't that be rad? And so and so I did it. And if I sat there as a teenager and I told you, Scum Life, oh, it was the best smoke ever, and this is how I got it, and you were like, I gotta try it. I gotta freaking try it now, right?
Right.
And then who knows what happens after that? Like it's like I hate to say it, but it's like an AI hallucination. Like it's just somebody giving an answer, and even if the answer had no basis in foundation of reality or anything, people take that answer and they run with it. And they're like, ha, I'm feeding my plants Monster from now on.
Right. Right. Now,
So,
I
isn't
will
that
admit,
interesting?
if you told me that, heck, if THC told me that, I would probably go. I would look it up.
Right? Like, that's what I mean.
I
So,
mean,
like,
now THC, anything else, I would probably take as gospel, but something like that, I'd be like,
Huh?
That
And
sounds
that's what I mean.
okay.
But you know what? At least at least I can sit here and just
Oh, you can say,
what do you
hey,
do?
you can say I did it,
Right? Like tell you I
and I
did
grew
that back
monster
then.
buds.
And
I grew
I
some
grew
monster
monster,
buds.
but they were freaking amazing. Some of the people that smoked them with me were absolutely enthralled. It was a really fun time. Everything was good. But again, like for me to sit there and give full credit to something that I have absolutely no
Yeah,
idea whether it even impacts grow,
I'm about to get me some monster
that's
drink
silly.
for
So, there's
my
nuance to
reservoir.
everything. And now I'm wondering too. I mean, I wonder what ingredients that are in Monster cross over into products that you use
Oh,
for growing. I bet you
well,
can run an AI analysis on that and find out pretty
I'll bet
quick, dude.
I'll bet there's stuff in there you don't want to know.
And then the ppm on it's off the chart, the EC's off the
Yeah,
charts, the pH is off the charts. Like it's insane. But
yeah,
that's that thing. So just that anecdotal evidence versus scientific evidence, and unfortunately I think anecdotal definitely catches a bad rap. But again, to properly bust out a big scientific experiment, that takes years, time, funding. That's got to
yeah.
be your job, right? You can't just run an experiment like that out in the middle of nature and just expect that the results you get are gospel and that it's legit, because it just doesn't seem,
Right.
doesn't seem like that's a possibility either. There's so much to it, Uncle Jeff. We could go on for hours, couldn't we?
Hours.
Hours. Well, whatever, man. It's I think we're at 2 hours. We're past two now, and I think we should just continue this conversation elsewhere. But it's fun. I really think we've touched on a lot of good subjects today. Do you?
Oh no, I think it was. I really appreciate talking about the mental health thing because
Yeah.
that's just something that And I brought up baby dad grows because he talks about it on his show all the time. I don't talk about it enough over there on ours, so I appreciate you bringing it up because it is a big deal. And
It
there are, if you know veterans, keep an eye on them because there are 22 veterans a day commit suicide. So, and I'll tell you that I've got the veterans hotline and the suicide hotline on speed dial here.
I was just
I'm
gonna
not
say if
not
somebody
ashamed to
actually, yeah,
not ashamed to admit it because I spent 10 days in the hospital for that shit. So,
yeah.
um, so yeah, I appreciate you bringing it up. And so, yeah, thanks.
No, no worries, man. I was just gonna
Thanks
say
for having me.
to one of our esteemed mods there, if you guys don't mind, just putting up some links for us, just mental health hotline links, phone numbers for any of those hotlines. If you guys could just find them quick. It is very, very important. Jeff, I don't know if you, I mean, what is it? I should know it. What is it, 999?
It's like nine. Oh shit! Now I'm gonna have to look at it.
No, it's good. I mean,
It's like nine.
guys,
I think
don't
it's
be,
918 or 981, 918.
yeah.
I'll tell you what.
It's all good.
I'll find it.
We're gonna get it up here right now. Somebody can just get it up to the screen and make
I
it happen. Their
apologize.
mental health is really no
I brought
joke.
it up and
Well, you have it, but yeah, you're smart. You have it on. You have it on. It's
yeah, and if I
all.
don't want to.
She's all clipped in there for you, right? Is that Combat Veterans Dude Crew asks? Cheers, Grumpy. Hey,
Yeah,
good morning. It's
yeah.
good to see you,
Well,
OG
it's for
Outlaw. I see you, Cody Whittaker. Cheers. Yeah, we're
it's
doing
all
great, man.
veterans. It's all veterans.
Um, Cody, we just had a great chat here today about, well, specifically men's mental health, but of course, mental health of all of us. Of course,
Grumpy.
75% of, there you go, 988 in the US for mental
There it
health.
is. 988. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, 75% of all suicides are, of course, men. So it's important to just take that fact into consideration and remember that dealing with your fellow man or woman, remember that we're all going through something, and for the sake of yourselves and everyone else, just be kind to one another. You really don't know who you're messing with or what day you're messing with them on. It's a tough thing
Right.
to admit. We're all there all the time. Grumpy, absolutely no problem at all. Much love to you, my friend. Thank you so much. I'm glad you got the gifts there.
Grumpy,
And
my
yeah,
brother.
of course, guys, like I said, 988 for the mental health stuff there. Allie, thank you for getting that hotline number
Thanks,
up.
Allie.
It's a
I knew it
real
was-
one. Yeah, that wasn't necessarily
There
a
was a
heavy
9 and an 8 in it,
conversation
and I didn't know
today,
what the
but
other one was. Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead, Andrew.
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, it is a tough one to like kind of broach on or get into, but honestly, I think that the audience responded very well to this episode. It's obviously a thing that's on people's minds, and it's a concern for all of us.
Right.
Call your brothers, call your sons, call your dads, call everybody. Just give people a phone call. People need to hear your voice. People need to know that they are thought of and that they're cared for. And certainly, just give each other a little bit of compassion, particularly over this men's mental health. I get we're all going through stuff, so just ease up on your fellow man, ease up on your fellow woman. Everybody's got their own burdens to bear, and not worry about so much everyone else's. So, what do you think, Jeff? Good spot to wrap that one up.
I think it is.
I think it is. God, thank you so much for being here with us.
Oh, thank
everybody. We had a great stream
Thanks
here.
to the
Jeff,
chat.
I really needed this one. You told me, you were like,
told
hey,
you.
you told me, you're like, you're going to fucking do a live today and it's going to be fucking great. I think you were absolutely right. So much
yeah.
love to you, Uncle Jeff. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone in the audience, that was a powerful episode. I'm really, really glad you guys were here with us. And let's do this one again here real shortly. Tomorrow is Papa Pack Friday. It's going to be a good one. Yeah, get on over to OGGO Charizard. I'm sure Ali can throw up that link quick. Jeff will be live on Saturday at noon, like usual. And who else we got that's going live? Guerrero Grows. He'll be going live. What, 12?
Yep, he'll
12:30?
be going live probably in another hour and a half.
Yes, that's right. Yep, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time for our guy Chris. Anybody else? I'm trying to think. Yeah, we'll see Grumpy over there, won't we? We'll see a bunch of beauties over in Chris's show. Hell yeah,
Chris couldn't do a show without Grumpy.
There we go. That's what I was thinking. Grumpy, you rock too, bro. Yes, anyone, please. There you go. 420 knows what's up. Guys, I'm seeing everybody out there. A lot of positive chat about this episode. Hell yes, we look forward to seeing you there real soon. And of course, guys, let's get on out of here. Let's go have a beautiful day. Jeff, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. Let's make the most of it. All right, guys?
Hey, I'll pop over there.
Let's get it. We'll see you there in 1 minute. All right?
Go home.